I wasted hundreds of hours and thousands of dollars trying to dropship these cheap products from China. So products like lava lamps, or pet carriers, or pet leashes, or kitchen utensils, and even fake Rolexes. I wasted so much time and so much money trying to sell these cheap products that even if I succeeded, was just going to lead to angry customers, bad reviews, in a completely unsustainable business. But then I discovered this very little known model where I could become what's called a no inventory dealer for top rated luxury brands located in the US. And once I found that, everything changed. I made my first ever sale on October 21st, 2021 for over $14,000. That's over $5,000 profit as a complete beginner. I can still remember looking at my phone and seeing the $14,000 sale pop up and my hand was literally shaking. I couldn't believe it, and from that point forward, my life would never be the same again. So for those who don't know, the no inventory dealer model or high ticket e-commerce is relatively simple. Instead of selling junk quality products from China, what we want to do is partner with brands located in the US who have products that cost over $1,000. Then we want to partner with them and list their products on our website. So when a customer comes to our website and orders a product, we send our customer's information and their shipping info to the brand, and the brand will send the product directly to our customer without us ever seeing or touching it. And then we get a huge chunk of the sale. I'm talking thousands of dollars profit for doing so. So margins can range anywhere from like 20% up to even 70%, depending on the brand and depending on the supplier you're selling for. So before I unveil to you the top 5 products to sell in 2025, you're probably thinking, how am I, as a complete beginner, gonna sell these products that cost thousands and thousands of dollars? And I'm glad you asked. Here's a thought experiment for you. Maybe you know Steve Arsenault, maybe you don't. He's essentially the private jet guy who's going viral on TikTok. When a private jet salesperson is selling private jets, the private jet salespeople don't actually own private jets themselves. Private jets are usually bought by billionaires. But that doesn't stop the private jet salespeople from making a whole bunch of money selling them. And the same thing goes here. Just because you don't have a $35,000 golf simulator in your backyard, or a $20,000 home sauna, or a $18,000 gas fireplace, does not mean that you can't make an insane amount of money selling items like this. So now, when we're looking for a product to sell, we want it to meet 2 main criteria. And I call these paycheck products because selling just 2 or 3 of them per month can literally replace most 9 to 5 paychecks. So the first thing we want to look for is, as I said, a price point of at least $1,000. And here's why that's important. Let's say you're selling supplements for $20 at 25% profit margins. That means you're going to make $5 profit for every bottle of supplements you sell. So to make $5,000, you would need to sell 1,000 bottles. But now let's say you're selling a $25,000 sauna at the same profit margins. That means you would make $5,000 from selling just 1 product. And that's not all. You as a first-time business owner, what do you think is going to be easier for you to manage? 1,000 customers and shipping 1,000 products, or shipping 1 product to 1 single customer? So what do you think is a more enjoyable business to run? This business over here, or this business, selling just 1 item to 1 customer when you make the exact same amount? So are you starting to see why it makes so much more sense to sell these high ticket items where you can profit thousands of dollars for every single sale you make? So here's how we actually verify the price point is over $1,000. So first we want to brainstorm just a bunch of ideas we think could cost over $1,000. So it could be fireplaces, fire pits, golf simulators, saunas, massage chairs, gym equipment, desks. Just make a full list of all the possible products that come to your mind, or even ones that you see out in public that you think could presumably cost over $1,000. Once you have that list, you want to go to Google Shopping and type in buy the product type online. So for example, buy massage chair online. And then you want to go to the left-hand sidebar on Google Shopping and sort by products that cost over $1,000. And once you do that, you'll clearly see that massage chairs are always sold for over that price point. Now, this isn't a perfect way to do it, but it gives us a very strong idea. Okay, so that's the price point. The second criteria we want to look for is search demand of at least 30,000 people per month searching for the product. Now, let's say, for example, you're running a lemonade stand business, okay? If you took your lemonade stand and you went up to a very cold place in northern Canada where there's nobody there, you could have the nicest looking lemonade stand with the best employees, with the best tasting lemonade in the entire world. But because you're up north in Canada where it's freezing cold and nobody's there, no one's going to buy your lemonade, okay? But now imagine if you took your same lemonade stand and you brought it to the middle of Florida on a hot summer day on a busy walkway by the beach. Imagine how much easier it would be for you to sell your lemonade. And it's the same thing with e-commerce. A lot of people, what they do, and the number one reason they fail, is they try and sell these products that nobody is trying to buy. Nobody knows the product, nobody's trying to buy it. So we want to do the exact opposite. We want to find products that there are already thousands of people every single month searching for, that they're trying to buy, and we simply want to sell those. We want to sell products that people are already looking for in very high numbers. So how you can check that is very simple. There's lots of free keyword tools out there like Ahrefs, like SEMrush, where you can just type in a keyword and it will show you roughly how many people are searching for the product. Now, do you know how in like 50 years ago in like 1970, if you wanted to go on a road trip with your friends, you would have had to pull out the huge physical map, put it on the dashboard of your car, and essentially map out the entire route which you wanted to go right from day one. Well, the whole product research process, like the going on Google Shopping to find the price point and the trying to guess how many people are searching for a product on these keyword tools, it was a little bit like that. But do you know how today, if you just pull out your cell phone and go to Google Maps, you can type in any destination in the entire world and you can have a direct route to there in literal seconds. Well, I've got good news for you. So me and my team have built Supplier HQ, which is a database of thousands and thousands of these winning products. So you can see right here on the Product Explorer, we have thousands of products sorted into these categories, like appliances, like backyard, like cooking. And if I click into any one of these categories, right away, all the products in that category are gonna pop up. You can see right here, we have nearly 100 cooking products. And as soon as I look at any product type, barbecue, for example, I can see the search demand of that product type, which is 1 million people per month searching for it, which is again, far above the 30,000 target we discussed. And I can also see the average price point, and as well as the price range. So the average price point is actually below our $1,000, but we can see barbecues are regularly sold from anywhere from 100, which would be like a small little portable barbecue, up to like $3,000. We know that the higher end of barbecues are still going to be within our price range. So you can see on our tool here, all the products and all the research is already done for you. So rather than having to go to Google Shopping and guess the price point or go to these keyword tools and get an estimate of how many people are searching for them every month, we can go in here and we can find every high ticket product in existence, as well as the average price point, the price range, and exactly how many people are searching for each product every single month. So what used to take literally weeks of research can now be done in literal seconds. So question for you, could you justify sacrificing 30 seconds to a minute of time in order to find a winning product that could change your life forever? Because if you can figure out how to access this tool, you will have thousands of winning products with the research already done for you, literally handed to you on a silver platter. Now, I know that selling these high ticket products might sound too good to be true, but selling items like this can completely change your life. Now, the average salary in the US is about $5,000 per month, which you could literally make selling just 2 or 3 saunas or 2 or 3 massage chairs per month. So as I showed you, if we go on the tool here, you can see that there are 117,000 people searching for saunas online every month. And out of those 117,000, you just have to sell 2 or 3 sales out of 117,000 people in order to replace your 9-to-5 paycheck. Can you not see how crazy this opportunity is? Okay, so now that I've showed you exactly what you want to look for in finding these high ticket products, let's get into the top 5 high ticket products to sell online in 2025. Now, the number one thing you want to look for with a product is you want it to meet those 2 criteria we discussed. We want it to be over $1,000. We want to have at least 30,000 people searching for it per month. We also want to look at the trend of the search volume. So for example, something like barbecues has a ton of searches, but the demand is relatively stable. So it's not like an exploding market. And you can still make a lot of money in industries like that, but the people who do the best, and actually how I found all my early success, is by finding a product that has exploding demand. Not only is it meeting the 30,000 searches per month, it's also exploding upwards. So the market is getting bigger and bigger, which means there's more opportunity for you. So if you pick a more established product, there's probably already stores and websites in that space that are very established, especially as a beginner without experience. When you find products that have their demand skyrocketing upwards, there's going to be a lot of opportunity in that space for you to get in early and establish yourself. So now without further ado, let's actually get into the top 5 products to sell in 2025. So we're gonna start with number 5 and go down to number 1, which is, in my opinion, the best product to sell online in 2025. So number 5 first is golf simulators. So right now, as you probably know, it seems like the rich continue to get richer, poor continue to get poorer. So while a lot of people are struggling with money, the top 1% of people have more disposable income than ever. So these people are buying items like golf simulators for their homes so they can enjoy these hobbies right from the comfort of their own home. So that's one demographic who would buy something like a golf simulator, but also there's opportunity to sell to things like hotels or entertainment centers, or even luxury residences. Right now in a lot of new cities, they're including things like golf simulators in their lounge or common area for guests to use. So we can see right here, in June of 2017, there was only around 11,000 people searching for golf simulators online. We fast forward 7 years to the end of 2024. We can see in January of this year, there was actually 94,000 people searching for golf simulators. So that is literally a 9x increase in people searching for these things in the last 7 years. So not only do they cost over $1,000, these things are well above that. They cost around $20,000 to $30,000 a lot of the time. They have well over 30,000 people searching for them. You can see right here, 94,000 in January this year. And it meets our third criteria of a winning product with that exploding demand from literally 11,000 in 2017 to 95,000 in January of 2024. So that is product number 5. So the fourth best product to sell online in 2025 is red light therapy. So ever since people like Brian Johnson, Joe Rogan, Tony Robbins, all these sort of health influencers have been talking about their health and wellness routines, these health related products have skyrocketed in demand. So we can see right here, red light therapy in April 2016 had around 20,000 people searching for it per month. So that would have actually been below our 30,000 threshold. If we fast forward till today, we can see in January of 2024, there was 295,000 people searching for red light therapy. So from 20,000 to 295,000 over the last 10 years. So the demand in this area, this home wellness biohacking space, is absolutely skyrocketing. And just a hint, this is not the only product from this area on our list. So product number 4 is red light therapy, which again is over $1,000, meets our 30,000 demand criteria, and it has a skyrocketing demand trend over the last number of years. The third best product to sell online in 2025 is pizza ovens. So a few years ago during the pandemic, I think we saw a big shift from people regularly going out for social gatherings to more and more people hosting their social gatherings at home. So we can see right here, pizza ovens have always had quite a bit of demand. We can see in March of 2016, there was around 32,000 people searching for them online every month, which again would have met our criteria back then. But since 2016, that demand has skyrocketed to now over 118,000. So there hasn't been as much of a boom as something like red light therapy, which is actually 30x'd. It has actually only 4x'd. But pizza ovens are an excellent product for other reasons. So not only do they meet the $1,000 price point criteria, they meet the 30,000 demand. There is a still 4x increase in demand over the last number of years, but they're a very high margin product. So those other products I was talking about, maybe you'll get 20 to 25% profit margins, where something like pizza ovens, you can actually get upwards of 40%. So I know of at least a few people in this space who make a ton of money. And the reason profit margins are more important is because that actually relates to your income. And not only does it allow you to make more money, it allows you to scale your ads faster. So if you're doing very well on a store selling pizza ovens with 40% margins, you have more room with that 40% margin to actually put more into ads to scale your store quicker. So that more than makes up for this slightly lower trend in increasing demand. So the second best product to sell online in 2025 is saunas and infrared saunas. So a great thing about saunas is that they actually are on the higher end of the price point. So yes, they're over $1,000, but they really range anywhere from like $5,000 even up to $50,000 profit. So I've personally sold a sauna for $65,000 where I profited $15,000 to $16,000 on just one order. So not only is it meeting the $1,000 price point criteria, at the minimum, if you sell one, it's usually going to mean at a minimum $2,000 to $3,000 into your bank account from selling just one product. So yes, it meets the $1,000 price point criteria. In terms of demand, we can see back in 2015, there was around 40,000 people searching for saunas online every month. That has now skyrocketed to over 150,000 every month. So when you combine those two things, a very expensive product with a very high demand, that's quite rare. So something like red light therapy has around 295,000 searches per month, but the price point is actually usually around $1,000 to $2,000. Where saunas, you get the best of both worlds. You get this very high demand, over 150,000, but also a very high price point. So when you only have to make 2 or 3 sales per month to replace your paycheck, and you have 150,000 people searching for these online, it makes it very easy to do so. So it's an excellent mix going on here. And saunas are also a product like red light therapy that is booming in recent years because of this trend towards health and wellness and biohacking, because of all those influencers and personalities I was discussing before. And I think that trend is only going to continue, where people want to buy these saunas rather than having to go to the gym or the spa to access one. More and more people are going to want to get these to use in their own home. So saunas, again, well over $1,000, usually at least from $5,000 to $50,000 price point, very high demand, over 150,000. We can see from 2015 to now has went from around 40,000 people searching for it per month to over 150,000. So we've had a nice 4x, 400% increase in demand as well. And now that finally brings us to our number 1 product to sell online in 2025, which, as you guessed it, is also in the health and wellness space. And very much like saunas, it is also a very expensive product, meaning when you make a sale, you can profit thousands and thousands of dollars every time you sell an item. So now I'll unveil that product to you, and that product is cold plunge tubs. So the product costs between $10,000 and $30,000. As I said, means thousands of dollars into your bank account. But the thing about cold plunge tubs is it has the biggest increasing demand trend I have ever seen for a high ticket product. So we can see in December of 2017, just 7 years ago, there was 10, not 10,000, literally 10 people per month searching for these online. And just 7 years later, in January 2024, there was 58,000. So from literally no demand, nobody talking about it, 10 people searching for it per month to 60,000 within just a few years. And again, that is for the same reasons as I mentioned before, people like Joe Rogan putting their cold plunge time videos online. And these things are exploding in demand. And to my knowledge, there is still not any established stores in the no inventory dealer, high ticket e-commerce space that have really made a name for themselves in this area. There are lots of stores who sell them, but they're usually complementary items. So there'll be a sauna store that also sells cold plunge tubs. I have not seen a store really cement themselves. So in other spaces like saunas, there are established stores that kind of own that market. Same with grills, same with massage chairs, same with golf simulators. So there's already these established stores, but there is not yet one in the cold plunge tub or even cold therapy niche. So I think if I was starting from complete scratch going into 2025, that would be the product that I would recommend the most for all those reasons I mentioned. It has a very high price point, usually between $10,000 and $30,000, which means you can profit thousands of dollars for every sale. We have a very high demand. So we have 60,000 people searching for these online every month, and it's an exploding market. So it's went from literally 0 to 60,000, and that's going to continue growing up in coming years. And it's a very new market. So there's not any established stores in the space, meaning if you get in now, you can cement yourself in that niche and be the go-to store where you can profit millions and millions of dollars every year, much like many of the other established stores in the other areas. So that is it for the top 5 hot ticket e-commerce products to sell online in 2025. Number 5, we have golf simulators. Number 4, we had red light therapy. Number 3, we had pizza ovens. Number 2, we had saunas. And number 1, we had cold plunge tubs. Now that right there, what I just shared with you could be your fastest path from being a complete beginner, no experience, to profiting $1, $2, $3, $4, $5, even $10,000 per month online in 2025. Like I said, when I got started as a complete beginner, I made my first sale October 21st, 2021 for $14,000. November, literally the first full month running my store, I crossed $150,000. And then that December, I crossed over $215,000 as a beginner without any prior experience, which allowed me to drop out of law school, move to Dubai, where I now live the life of my dreams every single day. Now, I'm not saying that you're going to go from 0 to $200,000 in your 3rd month. It's very unlikely. But even if you could see just a fraction of that result, you could probably replace your 9-to-5 paycheck. You could have more income to spend on your family, to spend on vacations, which will allow you to enjoy your life. So if you put the work in and you take this seriously, this is a real business that can legitimately change and better your life. But here's the thing. On today's training, all we did was really cover products. So if you want to check out my completely free training where I'll walk you through all this A to Z, finding winning products, building your website, finding suppliers, and how to set up ads, I'm going to link my free training in the description below where you can come check that out. And if you want to work with me and my team, we've had a program that is one of the top programs in the entire world. We've had over 4,000 students over the last couple of years. Many of them have made millions and millions of dollars. They've quit their jobs, they've moved, they've accomplished all sorts of goals through the system that we teach. And combined, our clients have generated close to $100 million. So there's no program in the entire industry that has delivered results like ours over the last couple of years. So if you're interested in working with my team, you can book a call at the link in the description below. I'll put the link there. We only take on very limited number of clients because we actually partner you with existing store owners. So it's not just a course where you go through on your own. You actually go through the program, but then you're partnered with an existing store owner who can be the brains of your business and tell you exactly what to do step by step from day number 1. So like I said, if you want to check out my free training, I'll link in the description below. If you want to work with us, put it in the description below. I hope you took some value from today's video. So if you did, hit subscribe on my channel. If you have any questions or comments about products, put them in the comment section. I'll leave you my feedback. I'll do my best to get back to every single one of you. But that's all for today's video. I hope you took some value from it, and I can't wait to see some of you crush it with stores in the niches that we discussed today. That's all for today, guys. We'll see you soon. Cheers.